Auckland's Euro restaurant is an instantly recognisable name to most New Zealanders, largely because of the celebrity success of owner, Chef Simon Gold. However, the other key ingredient to Euro's winning combination is the culinary creativity of Eugene Hamilton. During my time here at Euro, I had the privilege of working alongside Chef Eugene Hamilton, who never ceased to challenge and inspire me in the kitchen. A lot's changed here at Euro, so I'm super excited to see what new things he's got cooking. Hey.
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
Long time no see, how are you?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I see it's Euro's become super Euro now. It's absolutely massive.
It's 3 times bigger than it used to be, so it's great, yeah.
So how many people do you seat now?
You can do about sort of 250 now.
Far out.
Yeah. Ready to get your whites on?
Yeah, well, no, not today. I'm going to leave that up to you, eh?
All right.
So what are you going to show me?
Okay, well today we're going to work with some fresh wasabi.
Cool.
Okay, so we've got some fresh wasabi root.
Yep.
And some wasabi leaves.
Yep.
And we're going to play with both of them.
Oh,
okay?
cool.
Completely different to your usual run-of-the-mill powdered sort of stuff. I'm going to turn them into a sorbet with some cucumber.
Yep.
A little bit of yogurt, a little bit of creme fraiche. And then we're going to do something really, really funky with it.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Now I'm excited.
First of all, you need a high-speed blender.
Yep.
And all we're going to do is very, very simple. Get some peeled, chopped cucumbers. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got a little bit of fresh, sweetened, natural yogurt. Okay,
yep.
so I've got the creme fraiche, the yogurt,
yep.
and the cucumber in there.
Yep.
I'm just going to get a little bit of fresh lime juice. Pop that in there. Now I use lime generally when I'm working with wasabi. You can use lemon, but lime does tend to work a little bit better. I'm just going to pop in a little bit of apple cider.
Excellent.
All right, so now we're just going to blitz this up. Now the idea is that you use a high-speed blender,
yeah.
if you can. If you haven't, just put it on high for a little while because you want to blend it up as much as possible. Then we're just going to pass it through a sieve. Pass me that ladle, please. Thank you. So what we're going to do is just pass it through. So we've got our sorbet, essentially we've got our sorbet juice here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we need the X factor. Okay, so what we've got is some beautiful fresh wasabi root. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be one of the uglier of vegetables available, but it really does taste amazing. Now, fresh wasabi is completely different. It gives it it's quite an effervescent kind of a flavour to it.
Cool.
I'm going to grate it on this flat board here. Now, this board has actually got a piece of shark skin on it. Now, if you feel it, see how it's quite...
Oh yeah, it's quite rough, eh?
It's quite rough, but it's smooth at the same time.
Yeah, it's
so
not like sandpaper.
If you just go like this, run in circles, like so. And as you can see,
starts to make that paste. Now is this
beautiful smooth paste there like that, okay?
Now is this how they make paste?
No, they don't make it commercially like this. It would take them far too long. Why don't you have a crack at it?
Oh yeah, you're gonna make me do the hard yards, eh?
Yeah, the hard yards. The great thing about wasabi is you can use it for a lot of other things as well. Like if you want to put a little bit of fresh wasabi and some roasted garlic into some steaming hot mash.
Oh yeah, that would get
nice. All right, that'll be enough. You want 2.5 teaspoons, which is bang on the money there.
Looks good.
I'm just going to mix that through. Now the only thing we haven't done yet is season it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we need to do now, that little bit of extra, going to pop in a little bit of Murray River flake salt.
Now using good salt is important.
Good salt is important. You want something that's going to really enhance the flavour of what you're doing without really killing it.
Yeah.
I just want to taste that.
I'll grab a little bit more.
So he just gives it that complete, it rounds the whole thing off.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we've got everything ready for our sorbet.
Yep.
Now all we have to do is make it.
Okay,
and that's the fun bit.
Excellent.
All right.
I'm excited.
Played with anything interesting before?
Nah, not this.
Okay, you're gonna need these.
Oh, okay. We're doing some welding.
Almost. It's gonna be outright fun. So we get a little bit of the sorbet mix. Okay, just pop it in there. Now we're gonna be doing it today with liquid nitrogen.
Ooh.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is pour liquid nitrogen in here and stir it and whisk it all at the same time.
Yeah.
And hope like heck we don't kill ourselves.
Gee whiz, all right. I'll just stand back over here, eh?
All right, what I want you to do
is pour it, the dangerous part.
Is pour it, okay? Now pour it nice and slowly, and remember if you pour it too fast, I could lose my hands.
Oh, far out. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it. No. Okay.
Okay, so when I say go, just start pouring it in. Pour it straight into the centre. Into the centre. That's it. Off you go. Okay, you're not really going to kill me. You can pour it a little bit faster. Okay, give that a little bit of a blow for me. A little bit harder. Feel how cold that is.
Far out, that's cold, eh?
Okay, so now you can feel it. Now you can feel it. Just come to the end there. See, look. Just turned into a nice, beautiful ice. And all that happens in just a matter of seconds. See there? Give it a bit of blow so you can see it.
That's awesome.
That's just great, isn't it? Okay, we don't need these anymore, so let's get rid of them. Okay, if you don't have liquid nitrogen at home, what you can do is pop it into a tray.
Yeah.
Okay, whack it into the freezer until it turns into ice.
Yeah.
And turns really hard. Break it up with a pick or a back of anything that's going to smash the ice up.
Yeah.
Pop it into a food processor. Blitz it up. Okay, that'll turn it really, really soft and light. And then you pop it back in the tray, let it firm up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then just once it's got to the right consistency, which shouldn't take too long once it's been popped back in the freezer, you can actually scoop it out. So now to the plating. What I'm going to get is just a nice dollop of the sorbet. Pop it in there.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get a little bit of wasabi leaf.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've simply got the leaves, I've sliced them up, I've done the whole leaves, and then I've broken up some leaves as well, okay? And I've deep fried them. It gives it an interesting colour. As you can see, it gives it a beautiful shine.
Yeah, it does.
Okay? Just a different way to present it as well. So not only does it give it a funky kind of a garnish, but it actually adds something to the dish as well with the texture and the additional flavour. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of the leaf. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that on there like so. And that's an interesting way of serving a wasabi sorbet.
Wicked.
Okay, but you always want a little bit more of a wow factor. Okay? So
especially at Euro,
especially at Euro, it's about going the extra mile.
That extra 10%.
The extra 10%. So what I'm going to do is get some dry ice. Just pop it in there like so. The right shaped ones. So I've got the dry ice in there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop a little bit of hot water in here so you can
get the action. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that.
Now, how's that going out
That is
on your
pretty
table?
cool. Can we try it?
Try it. Let's
Excellent.
go.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm stoked.
Ladies first.
Okay. A little bit of the wasabi deep fried leaf. That's refreshing. That's good. And I like the texture as well of the leaves. Now that's cool. Well, thanks for showing me a tip with wasabi. It's definitely something I've never seen before. And I was just going to ask, can I take some of your wasabi leaves home to play with?
Well, you're most welcome. Help yourself to as many leaves as you like.
Cool. Well, it's good to see you and good to come back here.
Great to have you back in here.
And I'll catch up with you again soon.
Great stuff.
Awesome. Thanks, Eugene.
Okay.
Cool.
Good
See ya.
seeing you, Kelly. Bye-bye.
Baby, I love it.
Coming up, I pick some fresh herbs from my garden and show you how to create a delicious meal using wasabi. Keeping your own garden can take some work, but I reckon it's worth it. It's a huge reward being able to use your own veggies in your cooking. Well, I've just picked the last of my spinach, which I'll be stuffing into my wasabi chicken. Now, before I go and replant into the same soil, I need to make sure that it's going to be ready and restocked full of nutrients. So I'm going to start off with a granular fertilizer like this, and you just sprinkle it around. Now, it's especially important to use this if you're reusing potting mix, but if you're buying new potting mix, it should actually have the fertilizer already in it. And then it's ready to replant.
Baby, I love it.
I've just been to see Eugene at Euro and he's shown me some amazing stuff with wasabi. I'm going to put it into a recipe that you can do at home. So I've got some spinach that I've blanched off here, some cheese, and what I'm doing here is I'm making a little bit of a stuffing for an inside of a chicken breast, which I will be then coating in panko and baking. And some cream cheese. Cherry from Sanitarium has suggested using low-fat cream cheese, which is great because it will reduce the fat and won't compromise on taste. Cool, so that's starting to blitz up here nicely. I'm just going to put some pure wasabi paste in now. The paste is actually taken from wasabi herb and not mixed with horseradish, so it doesn't burn in your mouth. So that's going to go into the stuffing, and I'm going to blitz that up now. Let's have a check. You'll see it's nice and blitzed. Just go around the outside, push everything down. Now you want to check for seasoning. So, a little bit of salt and pepper. Now while you're doing this, you want to make sure that your oven's on at 180 because we're going to be baking the chicken. Bit of pepper, get it in there, and let's give it another mix. All right, it smells really good. So I'm going to have a little taste. That's good because you can start to feel the tingly nose sensation that you get when you eat wasabi, but it's not too strong, so that's good for me. All right, now on to our chicken breast. I have my red board here, which is for your meats. I got my chicken breast, which I've taken all the skin off, remove the skin. So if you like, keep it on. I'm going to take it off. I'm watching my figure. So, got a little pocket so you can stuff it. Excellent. So see a little pocket there? And for the stuffing. The wasabi stuffing. Now it might get a little bit messy, but don't worry about it. Just get your fingers in there. Now remember, when working with chicken, just be careful what utensils you use with the raw chicken and make sure you clean it afterwards before going and touching any other products. So, and give it a good clean as well. Whack that in there, stuff it in there. Don't be shy with the stuffing. Put plenty in there because it's also going to help keep the breast nice and moist as well when you cook it, so you're not going to dry it out. So now my chicken stuff, I'm going to sew it up with a skewer that I've just been soaking. So you just want to pass it through, down. Don't worry if some oozes out, put an extra anyway. And it's going to keep it nice and closed, so when you cook it, it's not going to come leaking out too much. Now we're going to do the egg wash. We've got egg, flour, panko. Remember, when you're doing this, you want to keep one hand for the dry ingredients, one hand for the wet ingredients. So cover it in flour. And now move it over into the egg wash. Now change hands. Use the egg wash now, because if you're doing quite a few, you'll see that your hand does get all wet and eggy. So you want to keep one nice and dry for the flour and breadcrumbs. So just coat it all around, just like that. And now you can put that back into the panko breadcrumbs. Now I love using the panko breadcrumbs. It gives it that nice crispy finish. There we go. I just seasoned the panko breadcrumbs. Excellent. And now that's ready to go into an oiled baking dish. So I'm going to put it into the oven for about half an hour until it's cooked. While my chicken's cooking, I'm going to make the slaw. Now a good thing to know about making this peanut slaw is that you don't make it too early, or you can get your cabbage ready. So get your 2 different cabbages ready, give it a mix, stir it up, add a little bit more red because I like the colour, stir it up, and some chopped parsley, some chopped chives. Now, if you're going to make this in advance, that's as far as you would go. You'll get your other ingredients ready, but you wouldn't be adding the dressing or the salt or the peanuts yet, because your peanuts will get soft from the dressing, same as your cabbage, and your salt will dry everything out. So leave it like this, but my chicken's nearly ready, so I'm going to add in a handful of peanuts, season a little bit of pepper. Now, I've mixed some balsamic vinegar through some, but get good quality balsamic vinegar. And I've mixed it through some mayo, a mayo base, and mixed it up, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that. You want to give it a good mix. Mix up all the ingredients, get the dressing throughout the whole coleslaw, and we're going to give it a taste. Spot on. My slaw's all ready, so I'm going to grab the chicken. Our chicken's looking good, nice and crunchy and crispy. We've got our coleslaw over here. We're going to plate up. So, spoon some on here. And our wasabi leaf. We've got our nice little garnish. It's been deep fried.